Okay, 7.6 is linear programming. And with linear programming, it's a couple things. One, you're going to graph a few lines. Now, the good thing about the lines on these, they'll all be straight, or they'll all be linear. Not going to have any quadratics or anything like that. And then after that, you're going to basically just take some ordered pairs and plug it back into an equation and find out what the answer is going to be. Okay. Let me just, I think the best thing to do here, let me just kind of do the same way you would get it in the homework here. They're going to start off by giving you a graph. Now, and the points are going to be over-exaggerated. They won't be big blocks like that. But at least it kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at. And what they'll do is they'll go back and then shade in the inner area. And with a problem like this, what they're going to do is they're going to give you what they call an objective function. And basically this is the equation that kind of runs the whole thing of this thing that's going on. Now, for this part of it, just so that these are, you're looking for values really more in this case, so they're going to tell you the objective function in this case is going to be z, and then they'll give you the x and y values. And after they've given you the objective function, they're going to ask you to do usually two things. They're going to find the max and the minimum. Okay, and all you have to do with this one is whenever you have this graph that's given to you, you're going to have the ordered pairs. This one, let's say this ordered pair is at 1, 1. This ordered pair, let's say it's at 4, 8. This ordered pair, let's make this at 6, 1. And this ordered pair would be at 6, 3. Okay, and to find the max and min, all you have to do is basically this. You're going to take each ordered pair, whether it's 4 corners or 3 corners or 5, or how many it is that you have, take each of these corners from whatever the shape is that you have, plug them into the objective function, and the biggest number is your max, the smallest number is your min. Okay, so here we go. So we'll take 1, 1 and plug it in and see what you get. So with 1, 1, you get basically 5 plus 6. For that one, your z value would be 11. Okay, and then there's no particular order you have to go on these. Just take one value, just take one order pair and keep plugging in. This one, you're going to get 5 times 4 plus 6 times 8. Or 20 plus 48, that z value would be 68. Six, 1. 5 times 6 plus 6 times 1. So 30 plus 6 for 36. And then the last one on the list we had was at 6, 3. That's 30 plus 18 for 48. Okay, so with the 4 ordered pairs we had, that was the z values we had. 11 was our minimum value. Now, and they may ask you for the ordered pair. If they ask you for the ordered pair, you would say there's a minimum at 1, 1. And 68 was our max. So there's a max value. Okay, so if they give you a graph, it's pretty straightforward. Here's a graph. find the order pairs that's in each corner, take each one of those order pairs, plug it back into the Z function, and once you do that, you got your max, you got your min. Pretty straightforward. After they give you a couple of those, just kind of walk you through what I guess this is, and it's not really hard, it takes a little bit of time. That they're going to give you, instead of giving you the graph that's here, they're going to give you your Z function, your objective function. And same thing, find the max and find the min. And then instead of giving you the graph, they give you the constraints. Okay, so they give you sometimes 4 lines, sometimes 5 lines. Just I think most of the time it's 4. That they're going to have you go back and plug in the different numbers and just kind of work through it. It may even just be that it's 3, so you're looking at a triangle. But anyway you go, you've got 4 different numbers here for this particular one. That you basically just have to go in and graph this thing. So there's your XY axis, and just going to take these lines and go one at a time and go through these and figure out what it is. And basically you're going to draw the 4 lines. It's going to make a shape for this one, and wherever the inside is, that's the area that we're looking for. So if you've got x greater than or equal to 0 and y greater than 0, well, that's going to basically be your x-axis and your y-axis. So you've got a line that's going this way and a line that's going this way. Now, and you could, technically you're supposed to shade these, but basically once you draw the lines, it's going to be the inside of whatever shape you have. The less than greater than part, probably not so much important on this one. I mean, really when it comes down to it. Because you're going to have this certain area. You know, if they give you the x and y is greater than 0, you're going to have an area somewhere in here that you're going to have to go back and shade in. Okay, so the last 2 lines, we've got to get those in y equals mx plus b form. So for that one in y equals mx plus b form, just one thing to do, just subtract away the 2x. And same thing with the last line there, and again it's the same way, just subtract away the x. Okay, and from there just start graphing those 2 lines. If you go with negative 2x plus 8, and we'll just kind of, pretty much best guess it here. 8 would be about here. We're going down 2 over 1, so that's going to give you a line that would look something similar to that. And at negative x plus 4, for that one we're going to start at positive 4. Slope is down 1 over 1, so that's going to get you a line that kind of cuts through. I might be a little more accurate on this one. Starting at positive 8, down 2. Over 1. That should work. So it goes down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Put 2 marks there. then for negative x plus 4, that one we're going to start at positive 4. 2, 3, 4. Slope is negative 1, so down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and down 1 over 1. And one more would get us right here. Okay, now if you look at this one and you go, okay, well, we've got 4 lines, which way are we going? Because we've got 2 different shapes. We've got one up here and we've got one down here. With this one line that's here, it's y greater, so you know you have to go up. So that's going to put you basically everything in this area. So this one line that we had here that covered up the x-axis really didn't help us out because this basically winds up being a triangle that we've got in these 3 corners here. Okay, so from there, now you got to go back and get the 3, in this case 3 order pairs. This is at 0, 8. This would be at 0, 4. And this is at 4, 0. And we're going to take those 3 ordered pairs to plug back into that function. Okay, and just go through the numbers there. So you get 0, 4. Plug that in, we get z is equal to 3 times 0, 0, minus 2 times 4, which is 8. So that gives us a z-score of negative 8. Go 0, 8. 0 minus 2 times 8 would be 16, so that's a score of negative 16. And then the last one we go with 4, 0. Times 4 is 12, 2 times 0 is 0. That gives us a value of 12. Okay, so max is negative, or sorry, not max, that's the min. Min, negative 16. Or again, if they ask for the order pair, that would be at 0, 8. And your max would be 12, which comes from the order pair 4, 0. And again, there's not really everything in this part, everything is linear, so there's no curves, there's no weird shapes off of it. Everything is all going to be straight lines when you get finished with it. And as far as your y equals mx plus b form, most of them are going to be pretty much like this, where you may just have to rearrange it a little bit. And that's about all you have to do with those.